Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today. Isn't it so cute? Okay, so this is a lollipop holder, Valentine's lollipop holder. And I got these candy suckers, lollipops, whatever you want to call them, on Amazon. They are a bulk buy, so I bought a lot of them, like 150, but they are super yummy. I think they're vanilla and strawberry. Anyway, the link to them is actually over on my website, so you can just head over there. It's posted on this project right here. Okay, the supplies you're going to need is Real Red cardstock that measures 6.5 by 2.5, some Dazzling Diamonds Glimmer, and then some Whisper White. And this is just like 4 by 5.25. It's like a quarter sheet of our paper. Okay, we're going to start out by scoring this. I'm going to place it on the Simply Scored scoring tool, and I'm going to score it at 2.5 on both sides. Now we're going to take our little heart image, and I don't know if you can see the background back there. There's lots of things going on with this project. I'm using 3 stamp sets. So the bird right there, we're calling that Skittles, a different color Skittles, is from Bella and Friends. And then the heart is from Heart Happiness. And the greeting with love is from You're So Sweet. Now feel free to use whatever greeting that you have in your stash. I almost used Enjoy, but I really wanted to say love because it's a Valentine project. So look through your stash of stamps and just find whatever image you want to use that will fit in the classic label punch. Okay, so we're going to start out by stamping these hearts, and this one is from the Heart Happiness, and we're just going to create a watermark using Real Red ink. Okay, so I'm just going to sporadically stamp these. And I say sporadically, but it kind of looks like I did it in a row, right? I thought about embossing it, but then I'm like, well, I like these little hearts. They're really cute, and it's fitting for Valentine's Day. So, oh wait, let me get the Real Red back out. We're going to use the sponge. The reason I am sponging this project is it just softens the edges. And I think if you sponge your project, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now we're just going to fold this just like that. Okay, we're going to take the lollipop and determine which side you like the best. They both look the same to me, so it doesn't really matter. And this sucker, if you'll look at it, the wrapping is a little big. You can trim that. You just want to make sure that you don't trim it too much so that it actually opens it up. So if all this extra wrapping bothers you, you can trim it off. Okay. So now I'm going to place it in here, just like that. Put it in the middle, and I'm just going to close this by using 2 of the little mini dimensionals. In the past when I've made these, because you can head over to my website and you can either type in lollipop or suckers, I've used glue dots. But I decided, since we have these little amazing mini dimensionals, I'm going to use them. Now straighten the sucker. Okay, so now that the sucker's in there, and you can see it's nice and snug, we're going to stamp the rest of our images. So we're using this heart, Skittles, and With Love. So we'll go ahead and stamp With Love using Memento ink, and I think I've got Real Red ink all over me. So we're just going to stamp this down here at the bottom, leave that alone for a while. Then we're going to stamp the bird. We call this Skittles because Elvis has a little aggressive on the ink there. Let me start over. Elvis has that little crest on the top of his head. Skittles does not. So that's why we call this one Skittles. Okay, there's Skittles. And then we're going to stamp the heart over here. So it's a good thing I have a quarter sheet of Whisper White. Okay, so we're going to color Skittles using the Stampin' Blends. That's why we use the Memento ink. I'm going to start out by coloring the heart with the light Cherry Cobbler. And then I'm going to take the light Smoky Slate and color his beak. Now our Skittles is not this color, but I'm not going to use the dark. I'm going to use the light on the rest too. What I was saying is Skittles is a green cheek conure, but there's all kinds of gray. In fact, I think my son had mentioned he wants an African gray. Now we're going to use Pool Party because sometimes these birds have all kinds of color on them. And I love using Pool Party with Real Red. See how cute? So now we're going to take the paper snips and fussy cut him out. I may or may not fast forward this. It just depends on how quickly I can get it done. When I'm cutting like this, it always makes me wish that I could sing, because I would be singing or doing something to entertain you, but I sound like a dead duck, so I won't be doing that. Okay, so there is Skittles. I actually hear Elvis upstairs right now singing. Any minute now he's going to make an appearance. Okay, I'm taking the classic label punch and I'm cutting out the With Love. I'm flushing it to the right because we're just going to trim that in just a minute. We'll go ahead and do that with our scissors. So we're just going to go straight across. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now I'm going to get the Big Shot and so that we can cut out our heart, okay? We're using the Sweet and Sassy Framelits. This is the one. All I'm going to tell you is to figure out which one is just to match it with the image that you stamped. So whatever heart you have, just find the one that matches it. Okay, so Big Shot, magnetic platform, and cutting pad. Get my image here. And I'm going to turn this over because it doesn't seem like it wants to stick. There we go. Much better. Okay, so let's bring all of our images back in the view. Okay, let's take the tailored tag punch and cut that out with the Dazzling Diamonds Glimmer. So this piece is going to get attached right in the center. I'm just going to use my Fast Fuse. I have actually ran out. Which side do I like better? I actually like this side better. I've ran out of my refills for my snail. So I've resorted to using Fast Fuse, which is good because it's super strong. Okay, and then now this one's going to get attached right there in the center, and I'm also going to use my Fast Fuse because it's strong. Otherwise, I'd be using glue dots. So if you see glue dots on the supply list, it's because if you don't use Fast Fuse, then use glue dots. You do want a stronger adhesive to attach to that glimmer. Okay, so now we're going to add Skittles with a little mini dimensional. Oh, I just noticed there's another area that's going to get, I'm going to use a glue dot. So there's Skittles. And then we're going to add the greeting. Don't forget we got to add the ribbon up top. Glue dots. Here we go. And I'm just going to slide this right about there. And then now we're going to add the Whisper White organza ribbon. This is in the Occasions catalog. And I am going to, did I give myself enough room to tie a bow? There we go. Now, who wouldn't love getting this for Valentine's Day? Okay, so here's my original. Here's the one we just made. Super cute, isn't it? I love it. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.